What is up, everybody? Today I will be showing you how to create a animation for characters in your game. If you don't want the default animation with the arms moving back and forth, whatever Roblox created for you, you can go on ahead and create your own script. Really, it's coming out of Toolbox, but you'll see what I mean later on in the video. But let's get straight into it. So you're going to want to have Toolbox open. And your plugins, you need Animation Editor and Rig Builder. I will give you the link in the description, but you must have Roblox Studio open to install a plugin. So if I wanted to do character animations right here, basically what we're doing, but in R15, you would click install and it'll show up at the top up here. And you click off that. And here's the plugin. Now, I don't want that plugin, so I'm gonna get rid of it. But basically what you do is you go into Rig Builder. You can choose R6 or R15. I personally suggest R15, but if you're just getting started, R6. Use the block mesh. If you have your studs on, go to Model and turn them down to 0, depending on if you want them off or not. And I keep my rotate around 10. I'll put it at 5. And now you can move around freely. You also want collisions off. So now once you have your dummy in, you click Animation Editor and select his torso right here. And now, the bar up here, it may seem a little confusing at first, but I will get you through this. So, let's make a simple walking animation. So, first, you're going to want his idle move. Now, you don't have to do it like I'm doing it. You can do it any way you want to. It will start out like this. I'm going to bend his arms in a little bit. Bring this one back a little bit more. And make sure the torso is forward, and then it will move side to side for each time he takes a step, not too far to the side. Just enough to where this slant right here is showing on both sides. And then you will move forward. I personally suggest around 2 or 0.3. So now, you're going to take his torso, and you're going to go the opposite way around. So you're going to bring this arm forward, this one back a little bit, take this leg, and put it back. They're about even, so I don't need to change them up at all. Then bring this one forward, and I'm going to make his head come down. And then I'm going to repeat that. I'm going to do it again. Make this arm come forward, and then this one go back. Oops. And then bring his head down. Let's test the animation out so far. Looks like a run, doesn't it? So you're going to want to set looping, and always remember that your last move, the last step he takes, has to be at the end of the bar line. So this line up here, the last purple, so you drag this red thing around to bring it to wherever you want it to go. And if you want to bring this to a different spot, you just click it and drag around. But your last purple line has to be at the end of your bar, because it will not loop correctly. And to loop, you click Edit, Set Looping. Watch. I don't have it at the end, so it will not repeat correctly. So 0.6 minus 2. Remove time at cursor. Let's take off 1, and then 0.4. and now they're split between times. Now if you get this right here, add one more. Add timer cursor, 0.3, because that is our tick time. And then your red marker should automatically be at the end. Move this back, move this forward, back, up. I didn't move the torso here. Torso. And now we play it. Now it's still a little glitchy, so we need to go to the beginning and find out where his arm position is. And then look at it here. That means we need to bring it back just a little bit. And now let's look at the other arm position. Forward just a tiny bit. Head position. Up just a tiny bit. Now let's look at leg position. That is completely different. That is not good. So to fix that, you just don't bring the legs out as much. You keep them closer in. And it shouldn't look as glitchy. So when we play the file, it'll look a little bit like this. So let's move this leg in a little bit more. Now it still looks a little bit glitchy, but that's okay. If you want to take some more time on this to fix it up, because all I'm doing is a simple tutorial for right now. But once you're done with it, you click File, Export, Create New, and you name it. I'm going to name this Walk 5. And there should be a little code right here. This is where the scripting comes in. You want to, don't let your mouse off of it. Highlight, Control C, and now let off, and spam Control C. Okay. And now you can get out of that and delete the dummy. And now you're going to search in Models, Animation In. Insert it. And like it says, put it in Workspace. Now name it Anim. And then you go into the animation script. And there's a whole bunch of animations you can choose from. But depending on which one you make, idle is the standing animation. I think you get what all the others are. Walk. This is the one we're going to go for. Do not mess with the run. So once you have your ID for walk in, you paste in the ID you copied earlier off of your animation. You go back to base plate. And you go down to walk. And change that. One sec. I'm making a video. Wait a second. Yeah, I'll study. I'll make sure I can put that before I wear. Probably same jeans, yeah. Alright, no, I love you. I will. So once you have your animation inserted, it might not load up correctly yet. So that just means you need to wait on the animation to load. It might take a day or so, maybe a couple hours if you're lucky. But once that loads up, the walking animation should work. And that's all.